It's easy to see how the online action film Gangster, the Cop, the Devil is going out of its way to imitate South Korean cinema. For one thing, the movie has the same name as the 2019 Korean thriller, while having nothing in common with it plot-wise. Also, the film's trailers rely on visual sophistication and brutality, which are the signature traits of South Korean crime thrillers. This is a shout-out to yet another iconic Korean movie, I Saw the Devil, in which a cop and a maniac killer engage in a deadly game. But Gangster, the Cop, the Devil is just another undistinguished cop movie. While having its strong sides, it has absolutely nothing to do with the South Korean cinema. The film takes place in 2004 and centers around Lin Yan, a policeman whose unit is fighting street robbers. Lin Yan's dedication to his work is unparalleled. Imagine this: he rushes from his own wedding to chase two robbers on a motorcycle. One of the thieves gets killed, while the other, nicknamed Flying Squirrel, manages to escape. 1 year later, Flying Squirrel is still on the loose. He brutally murders the girlfriend of his late ex-accomplice. The evidence found on the crime scene leads the investigators to the Changluan Hotel, the favorite meeting place of criminal bosses Chang and Hua. A new member of Lin Yan's unit infiltrates into the criminal community, disguised as a petty gangster. Dedicated to the brave police officers from the anti-robbery unit, the film is inspired by true events that took place in the early 2000s, when the cops cracked down on a gang of motorcycle robbers in the province of Guangdong. Going 20 years back in time, the filmmakers create a rich setting of the so-called transitional period. We find ourselves in Foshan, a semi-criminal city, where Cantonese mixes with Mandarin and outlaws are not particularly afraid of the police. Typically for cop movies, the lion's share of the screen time is taken up by police investigations. While tracing Flying Squirrel, Lin Yan and his colleagues expose an entire criminal network. This is only part of the film, though. As the story is nearing its end, we get to see a broader perspective. It turns out that all this time, the cops were manipulated by a mysterious villain. Can you guess who? Here's a hint. One of the two leading parts in the movie is played by Collin Chou. In the first hour, his character only appears in a couple of scenes that have nothing to do with the investigation. Packed with the most visually striking moments, the trailers appear to be the quintessence of the film's brutality. But the problem is, this brutality looks awkward and out of place. While Korean filmmakers don't shy away from unapologetically graphic scenes, their Chinese colleagues shamefully point the camera to the shadows on the wall. As if being afraid to be accused of exploitation, they stick with the safe and familiar pursuits, fights, and speeches about how no villain can escape justice. The pursuits and fights fail to impress, though, and it feels like the filmmakers tried to cover up that shortcoming with lengthy blabbering.